season. Thousands of fans welcome the Rose Bowl champions home from Pasadena. I'm Bruce King. In just a moment, Husky head coach Don James and I will relive the most exciting moments of Husky Rose Bowl 78. Brought to you by Seattle First National Bank. For something new banking, look for it first at Seattle First. And by your Greater Seattle Chevrolet dealers, they're all stars. And by the Western Washington distributors of New Rainy Light, who invite you to discover how good beer can taste. Good evening. Welcome to Husky Rose Bowl 78. I'm Bruce King, along with a guy who happens to be the happiest football coach I would think in America today, Don James of the Huskies. Don, have you come off the cloud yet? Can you believe really what happened? You took a team down and won a Rose Bowl game.
Well, it's a dream come true. I don't know if we'll ever fully realize what is happening. I think the thought that I had coming home that this was one experience that no one could ever take away from us.
Now, at the start of the season, you're 1-3 to start off. Is there any key to success this year that means you can take a team to Pasadena and beat Michigan in a Rose Bowl game?
Well, I don't know the key. I guess the key is they didn't give up when it looked like all was lost early. And that says something for the quality of the youngsters in the program. I'm delighted for them. They worked hard. They worked hard when things were going bad. They didn't pull apart. They didn't point fingers. They just kept on going.
Incredible football game. 105,000 fans in Rose Bowl at Pasadena watch the Husky battle the University of Michigan Wolverines, and it'll be Michigan to see the Huskies to kick off. Look at that crowd, and that has to give you a thrill.
And we really, I think, when you play Husky Stadium, you feel the crowd knows. You talk about the 12th man, what it does, and I feel it down there. I know players also. There's Steve Robin kicking off the clip, and we turned 22 yards. There's Pete Homey and Mark Lee in attack.
2nd and 4 now for Michigan. Remember, these are just highlights of the game, not the entire playoff play. Leach back to throw on 2nd and 4. Goes down the middle, and I thought the tackle Jackson was to pick that one off.
That might catch the first pass thrown. He read it well. It was a play-action pass, and Leach has an awful pull.
Now, Michigan will come up with the first big mistake in the football game for them. It is 4th and 4 now to Washington 38. John Anderson back to punt. Now, what happens to his knee?
Sam received low snap, and he had possession of the ball with his knee on the ground, and that kills the ball in college football. Big break for us.
A 13-yard loss. Moves the ball now back to the Michigan 49. Washington takes off. The Huskies back to throw, move throwing deep, intended for spot gain, and you go deep early. Trying to get over.
Well, a couple of reasons. One, you can get 7 points, but not you can let them have an idea how fast fighter is and keep them off your receivers, not your passing game.
3rd and 6 at the 45. Moon throwing to Joe Steele of 8 yards and a first down.
The lead route, and Joe barely got the necessary yards.
Husky fans, they love a lot of them there. 1st and 10 for Washington now. On the Michigan 26, the Huskies moving. Here comes Moon to throw. Goes spot gains down the middle.
This was a drop pass. We faked ball to Joe Steele, and Spider was in with the turn, and you could see that Warren really had to thread the ball in.
So now it's 2nd and goes. The Huskies move all the way down to the 2-yard line. Warren Moon rolls out to his left after faking inside. Comes up with an excellent call. Takes in, diving in for touchdown.
It's also a carbon copy of the play at USC. That one of the early touchdowns, we went with the fake to Joe Steele. You saw Ronnie Gibson get an outstanding block in our defensive end. Inside people have to honor Joe Steele in these fakes. Now we've got 2 receivers off of the pass, and I think Scotty Green might have opened. But Warren did the best thing. Run in if you can.
So the Huskies are on the scoreboard for the first time in the Rose Bowl game. Steve Robbins adds the extra point. No once is Washington 7 and Michigan nothing. And that shocked a lot of people. We move to defense now. Michigan moving football. 2nd and 6 at the Washington 49. Watch this defensive play.
It's a counter option. And you see we had Anton Richardson on penetration. He went in and forced strictly to throw the ball or pitch the ball early. Then, of course, our secondary supported well and winebacks, and we're in good shape. Much 3rd down and 8.
You have to go the air. Leach looking for somebody. Here comes Alheim.
This is the first time we called safety blitz. It was off of a change-up alignment. The defense we had shift to call an eagle, and kind of broke clear. And the good thing you can say for Michigan offensive line, they picked it up after the first time.
Washington leads 7-0 after the first quarter. We move to the 2nd quarter now. Remember, these are just highlights from the Washington-Michigan Rose Bowl game in Pasadena. Early 2nd quarter, 1st and 10 at 21. Moon going deep, spot game. Look at.
Moon recognized the coverage that they were in, and he ducked off. They were leaving the post a little bit free. They were too deep, so you see me. He's there calling signal. Goes with a play-action pass, and a little luck the first play of the game. Only instead of running a streak, we ran a post route, and you can see he's open.
Did Michigan say no one ever get behind our secondary?
Now they've got some guys going on, and you know they have to be able to run, be able to catch Spider.
Huskies with the ball 62 yards on that play. Warren Moon to Spider gains, but they can get it in the end zone. Comes up 4th and 6 to the 15. Wayne now holding. Steve Robbins to kick. A 30-yard field goal. 4:37 played. All at once. It is Washington 10 and Michigan nothing.
Steve made 9 points for us. Again, when you get an opportunity to put pushing the ball in a ball like this, you've got to come out of something. Again, that was an excellent job by Steve.
You surprised to be ahead enough?
A little bit. I thought we were supposed to be down about 14 points by now.
That's what everybody said going in. Steve Robbins to kick off. Hicks will get the ball back on the 11. Now watch what happens. The tackle coming up in just a second.
You're going to jump, and while he's in the air, Jeff Leland really hits him. It's a great tackle. It's one that you've been in the playbook, the drawing board, and every football player dreams of a hit like that. Outstanding play by Jeff Leland.
Husky defense playing excellent football. Stops Michigan. They have to give up the ball again. Washington has the ball, and they are driving. It is 3rd and 7 at the 31. Here comes the vert. Watch clip at top of your screen right there.
Well, Steve Bob made a good hit, and Jeff Tays out lead play. And the defender actually turned his back on Jeff, and according to the rule book, it's not a clip. It was, to me, the one poor call of the game by the officials. I don't think anybody ever played football to see how he could clip a man. when the ball comes right behind you, and you got to go straight ahead for the touchdown.
It is hard to see the clip, but Chris right there. It's hard to see it on that particular play, but it takes away a touchdown.
That's a very critical play, but fortunately our players had the confidence to come back and still get the score.
So because of the penalty, it's now 3rd and 11.
We come back again with a very critical turn in again. It curled out. They're Fighter Indians. He's surrounded by 4 defenders. Good execution.
Takes 13 yards in the 7th first down ball again for the University of Washington Huskies. The Huskies absolutely dominating play. Now 1st and 10 at the 22. Let's run rolling.
This running and replacing injured Joe Steele, and you see a fun block, but excellent running to run. Really tough running, and we're pleased with the way he played. Big 11 yards.
Another 1st down for Washington. About 6 plays later, Warren Moon has it at goal line. 2nd and goal at the 1. He dives in to score. The Huskies are on the scoreboard again. You can see they're happy. Steve Robbins adds the extra point. All at once, Washington 17 and Michigan nothing.
Pretty good right now, and especially after having that 7 on the scoreboard and have it taken away, it was very pleasing to see our players come back.
Michigan having their problems as Leach fumbles the football as they move to the Washington 3-1, and Dave Browning, number 65, recovers for Washington. He's on his way to Hula Bowl.
He's over there now. Very critical turnover as they hit the ball on the 31-yard line.
4th and 7, all the way back at the 33. The play everybody talking about. Nobody froze. Leading 17-0. Time running in the half. Goal with a pass and a punt. Wide play.
Well, it was a play that was absolutely there. It was a fine fine design play by our offense. Coach doesn't act in the offense, and it was there in all the games. It was just a matter of having the courage to call it, and you can see it just being in the backyard playing catch. Wasn't solo running. Cal does a good job running downfield. Now he started to pick up a little bit of block support, and it would have been great when you picked that one in the end.
Just a step away right there. Reminder that was a freshman punter throwing to a freshman running back. That had to make happen.
You might see the play for 3 more years.
3rd, 6 now. The 16, 32 seconds to play in the first half. Washington going for it all. Warren to throw, but this time Michigan is there, and they pick up a pass. Kendall or Greenwood is picked off by Hicks. But again, the Husky fans, they're not that disappointed.
Good first half for it.
That's right, because the Huskies lead by a score of 17-0 at halftime, and they're happy with that. As we do every week, as you know, Husky football, we go in the stands to see what fans think. The way the Huskies put in the first half, you wouldn't have believed in the Rose Bowl. You listen to this. This is the Rose Bowl. The fans loving what the University of Washington Huskies were doing to Michigan. We pick up action now in 3rd quarter. 3rd play of the quarter. Warren Moon back to throw on 3rd and 13, but this time is pick off. Now, what adjustments Michigan makes? They pick off just before the half, and now
Actually, they were in the coverage that we went a little bit better when they get the first touchdown pass. The Warren spread the coverage, what we call 2-star coverage, and they had those 2 defenders crowding the 2 receivers, and then had them sorted deep. You can see they're playing man-to-man there with a deep court. And they, like I say, just didn't see 16 didn't see the coverage, and so we're in trouble now.
Johnny comes up with the interception for Michigan. Now Michigan has the ball 1st and 10 on the Washington 11, trailing 17-0. And you can imagine the first time Michigan fans had a chance to cheer about anything. But what a defensive effort your team comes up with.
It's a great series for us. They start with a trap. There's Russell Davis in the middle and makes 2, but again, 2nd 8 still a pretty good play for us down here.
Watching it slow motion. These are just the highlights of the game.
They go David again now off the op and fake. He picks up 4. Now it's a little bit more stress on our defense than 4.
3rd, 4th, 5. This is Leach. What a great play by Antoine Richardson, not 40.
Yes, Rigaloy's in there also for injured Bruce Harrell, and that was a big play. It's now 4th and 2, and everything's heading right here.
We go back to regulation. Now Washington offside. Now watch top of the screen. They start to jump, then they get back. Very, very close.
Well, I know there was movement. There's no question about it. It looked like this first time I've had an opportunity to see it from the deep.
Watching top of the screen. Was offside or did he get
back?
back?
No, I think he got back, but again, both officials apparently did too, and our players knew right away that they had stopped them.
You can see the marker on the other side. You can see that the ball carrier will stop short of the first down. They had to get the ball down to the 1. Bo Scheckler isn't very happy.
No, we occasionally get upset with calls. I guess that's part of football.
Huskies now come up with one of the great drives of the football game. They take it over on their own 3-yard line. It is now 3rd and 4 at the 9. Joe Steele, incredible run.
Good balance. Joe's playing hurt now, but he's going to give it everything he can. Made a special pass for him enough time, and at least able to protect his hip.
13 yards and a first down. 3rd and 4 at the 28.
We get 3, 3rd and 4 in this drive, and we come up with it, convert just another outstanding series by offense. Now, there's a pass to Scotty Greenwood, good for 7 yards, and 1st down number 12.
Washington moves it now down to 41. It's 3rd and 4 again. Joe Steele, look at that hole.
That's an outstanding job of blocking. That's Jeff Hayes, Greenwood, and kick out block by Johnny Gibbon.
20 yards. Another first down for the University of Washington Huskies. The Huskies now move down to 28. 1st and 10 there.
Now we're going to throw. We're going to sprint to our left, set up. It's called throwback pattern. Fighter against his running a corner out and runs it right into the corner and then hits the wall. I thought we might have broken that. I was really frightened because that's an angle that I had, and I could see him hit his head right on that wall.
We'll play back for you again. Long pass. There's Spider in the open. He had it. Now watch him go in the wall. It just crashed it head onto the wall. I thought he was seriously hurt too.
I did too. It's one of the few times in my career that I've gone to the field as a coach, and when I got there, I was glad to see that he had some movement in his legs.
Spider being hipped off, but he was able to come back and play again. Robbins has the extra point. All at once, the score 24-0 in favor of Washington. Now watch what happens. Michigan goes back. Lee throws, has a man open the sideline, and he touchdown bound.
It's really hurt us now. You know, they would have taken 5 or 6 minutes to score this touchdown. I think to run the clock down fishing that they would not have been in the ballgame. But the fact that they could come up on the second play, it's a matter of a few seconds score. This really hurt it. Now we're in double coverage also, and our double cover man looked up. Rick Leach a good job. He kept looking to tie in. Deep safety. He just took the fake and went up there and cut him, and the outside man was free.
Well, Michigan's on the scoreboard for the first time. It is Washington 24, Michigan 7 after they add the extra point. Again, it is early in the third quarter. But watch the kickoff return by Kyle Stevens.
We had some great coverage, great kickoff returns, good blocking, good running by Kyle. This 53-yard return, and looked like he might break us all the way. Tim Pickens' way, he breaks the block there, makes the tackle. I mean, good block there. With us Tom Manure.
He's going to return 53 yards for a second. I thought he might be going to.
Look good, but this is outstanding field position for us.
So the Huskies now quickly with the ball. The 2nd and 6 to 30. At the Michigan 30. Here comes Warren Moon.
Go play action again. They're in a roll coverage, so Warren got Scott Greenwood, and you can see he's going to be tough to bring down.
The junior tight end picks up 17 yards, and first down number 17. Again, you get stopped. Look down the third quarter. 4th and 7 to 10. Steve Robbins in, and he's going to tie a Rose Bowl record right here. A 2-field goal in the Rose Bowl.
No, I hadn't realized that.
That tied the record in the Rose Bowl. The Huskies are on the scoreboard. Again, get 3 points.
Well, it's good that we can come back and answer back some points. With their score, we're able to come back and get up to 27.
Well, at the end of the third quarter, it's 27-7 in favor of the University of Washington Huskies. But here comes Michigan. Look out. They dive down to the 13. 2nd and 4 now at the Washington 13. Rick Lee, the left-hander, back to throw. Look down the middle. Throws is complete. Down to about the 2-yard line.
Again, you can see time's getting. They did a good job of mixing up the passes with the option play. Here they are in with the first ball, and Davis is going to win for the touchdown. And this was drive to. They did a good job. They had about 10 win plays, 70 yards, and we got even credit for this.
And it's a lot of time to play.
Yeah, this things start to get a little tense now because it's easy to sit at 14 more points, and we're down 28-27.
Washington 27, Michigan 14, early in the fourth quarter. The Huskies, after stopping Michigan, late in the game now, 3rd and 1 at the 29. Moon back to throw, attended Greenwood. Question now, why'd you run at the middle? 3rd and 1, 16 to go.
Well, you know, I think this is one of the reasons why we're in the Rose Bowl, because we don't always go out and do what we're supposed to do. And the play was there, it was a good call. The execution was almost, you know, there's no question that it's a gamble, but it's one of the things we thought we had to do.
2nd and 9 now for Michigan. They move ball back into Washington territory. Time running out. About 5 minutes to go in the game, and look this. 0-1 Edwards wide open.
They scrambled. Now, we were man coverage, and underneath coverage, as soon as the quarterback scrambles, they get a little nervous, and they thought he was across the line. Scrimmage came up, and so he spotted their back up there. That's again something we work hard on. Our players have been pretty good at it all year long. It's the problem we had basically in the football game.
Bad pass himself on the extra point. Trusted kid, it is blocked by Michael Jackson, and that was a break for him.
That really helped. Because now we knew if they scored again, they had to go for 2 and make it to beat it. So I think we all feel a little bit better at this time.
27-20, 3:44 to go in the football game. Warren Moon out to throw, and not keeping on the ground. You're going to go to the air here, but what happened?
It's a great run by Keitherson. Excellent job there of diving. And actually, he cut the ball in bounds, but he did slip out. And he didn't know that. The crowd couldn't hear this. He puts on a little bit of a running show here, and this would have been a good one to have, too.
He had 60,000 fans down there on feet.
I think he might have had about 6 million watching television. With those fast ones, too.
It's all called back because they ruled he was out of bounds. All the way back to the 25-yard line. So Michigan holds. Washington has to give up the football. Leach throws down the middle. Has man open there. Clayton for 17 yards.
Got the good coverage. I think something that hadn't been written, and we might comment here, is the good job Aaron Wilson did. You know, the last punt was 41 yards with a great deal of pressure.
Why were they able to throw down the middle? Because Leach Mountain hit up 7 in a row.
We're in man-to-man coverage. Our man-to-man's total was right there with it. It's just a standing execution on there. Again, he got a hot hand right here. I mean, everything they did went pretty well.
Leach goes for everything. Look for a second like he played open in the end zone.
Well, again, he had an opportunity to score, but we came up with a break there. They didn't score. They come back the option. It really keeps us off balance. We're throwing one down. We're trying to rush. You get people up, you only run the option. It's a big game.
People get a little tired about the time of the game, too.
They get tired again. It's a guessing game, and we're not winning all guess.
Couple of minutes to go. One of the big plays of the game. Watch what happens. Edwards has ball picked off. Michael Jackson, the play it back for you again. It was hard to see right there. Watch the reception.
One of the outstanding plays of the year. You know, how he got this ball. Again, it was a play that took a lot of courage on their part. A flood pattern on the goal line. There's Michael, and the ball just hit the roll on his shoulder. I guess that's they intended. And happy time right now, the Huskies.
That was intended, should say, for Stevenson. Michael Jackson picking it off. Washington now fading a 3rd and 3. At the 10, Gibbs dive inside. Michigan stops it, and they're about 6 inches short. Now, did you think of possibly giving up a safety?
Yes, we talked about it. In fact, we had the whole staff in this vote, and we had about a minute left. If we would be able to run down another 20, 30 seconds, we would take a safety. With the safety punt, we give 2 points, and they also can go. They're going to get the ball around the 40. So we thought we were safer to get this way.
Aaron Wilson, again, freshman, coming up with an excellent punt. Now, 1st and 10 for Michigan at the 48. Leach going deep, and headed for Clayton. Nesbitt is right there to pick it off.
his first interception of the year. And he got pretty good at right from Jackson.
Play it back again. Rick Leach, left-hander, back throw. Goes down the sideline.
He's going for everything on the down. Every time we went deep, long passes, our people were back there, so we were accepting one time we were football. I think that everybody knew then that Gus was going to win those books.
And Michael Jackson is all over. Maybe the hardest part he took all day.
We're not very happy.
No, not very happy at all. There was excitement at that particular time. Warren Moon, with 32 seconds to go, knows all he has to do is go in, just sit on the ball and run the clock out, and Washington wins the Rose Bowl game. Warren Moon, voted the most valuable player in the Rose Bowl game. The time clicks off. There you see it, 27-20 in favor of the University of Washington, and you can ride.
It's a great feeling.
I can imagine why. We'll be back with some more comment. Donna, you were excited after that Rose Bowl win over Michigan 27-20. Fans were excited, but the dressing room, that was unbelievable. You watch this.
Football game with it. I'm glad we won. Hello, Seattle! I got a little worried. I got scared for a minute. We pulled it out. We pulled it out. Well, it started looking like we were going to get worn out in the second half, but we've had a lot of conditioning, running hundreds of things. We really didn't like it during the year, but now we love it. So it helps us hang on.
In the my head, kind of figured we was going to pull it out, because we had to win. We told everybody we was going to win.
This is the greatest way to close out every goal except for myself. The end of the year has been accomplished, and I think we proved to the rest of the nation now the Huskies can play nationally ranked football.
First half they didn't really seem to come out. Second half they're definitely Michigan. And we were just lucky to hold on.
Yeah, but we just had to get our stuff together, and we decided, make it 4 in a row, make it 4 in a row for ball. We were saying that and the other, and so we got our stuff together.
I feel real good. I feel real proud of myself, and I feel good. I played good under pressure.
That's the greatest role I've ever had, especially coming to play ball. There's nothing else better.
We're a tough ball club. We knew we can. They're going to be tough, and here we were.
Oh, it's all over. We're champs of the Pac-8, and it's all over. We proved everybody that we're a good football team, and that's the only thing we want to prove. All we want the game was respect, because we're a good team up there. All we want is respect. I hope the world give respect from now on, because we'll come back again next year.
A very happy University of Washington dressing room, but as you can see, they were tired on the way home yesterday after spending the night at Newport Beach. I'd imagine that too many have to bed early.
Well, it was an active 2 weeks, and when you build up something that great, it was hard for all of us to get sleep.
A fun ride home, a lot of autographs signing on the way home. Everybody wanting to remember the Rose Bowl. When you finally arrived in Seattle, did you believe the celebration?
It was an outstanding tribute to our group. I think we're all delighted with the attention we got. I received a couple of roses, a lot of handshakes, and I know the players just maybe could have spent a little more time signing a few more autographs.
An incredible time in Pasadena, incredible winter Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Now a lot of people are wondering, you lose Blair Bush, Warren Moon, Dave Brown, and Cliff Bethea, 4 key starters. Where do you go to find placement? Where do you find a replacement for Warren Moon?
Well, I think we'll start with Wayne Aquino, then Tom Fick, Ronnie Black, and we got a lot of confidence in our young players. This is recruiting season, and we'll go out and try to strengthen our squad. We feel as though we can be a pretty good team for another year.
Did you ever believe they would be able to do this?
No, it's something you hope. It's set objectives as a goal, but you're never really sure if you'll ever make this.
Your Rose Bowl chance.
Right? Can't take away from it.
You're right. Thank you, Don. Congratulations again. I'm Bruce King. Join Don James and me next year for Husky football when the Huskies own against UCLA. Until then, good evening. Husky Rose Bowl 78 has been brought to you by Seattle First National Bank. For something new in banking, look for First at Seattle First. By Greater Seattle Chevrolet dealers, they're all stars. And by Western Washington distributors of New Rain Light, who invite you to discover how good light beer can taste. This has been a KOM television sports presentation.